Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to start by working on the sound using the mouthpiece, how to place it on the lips. We'll also learn how to assemble the flute, how to place our fingers on the instrument, and finally play our very first note using the full flute, which will be C. With your lips in their natural position, without moving them, place the whole of the flute's mouthpiece on your lips and gently rotate it outward, just as you see in the video. Now blow downward, aiming for the hole in the flute's mouthpiece. At the beginning, the sound may not be very pleasant, but right now, our goal is simply to make the mouthpiece sound. We'll improve the sound quality later. Practice blowing for as long as you can, and repeat this for 10 minutes. I guarantee you'll improve a lot. This is the key to starting off on the right foot with the flute. You can explore by slowly moving the mouthpiece slightly outward and inward. Listen to how the sound changes, how the pitch changes, and how the sound quality changes. Do this very slowly, and when you hear a sound you like, stay in that position. This movement needs to be slow so that your ear can guide you and you can hear all the changes. It is very important to have a teacher who listens to you and tells you whether it is correct or not, because at the beginning, our ear is not yet trained to hear the noises or harmonics produced by the flute. Now let's assemble the flute. We'll start by joining the body of the flute with the foot joint. When assembling the flute, you must not touch the keys, or you could damage them, and you should never force the joints together. Instead, insert it gently and begin to rotate it, just as you see in the video. This movement needs to be gentle. If there is friction or it doesn't rotate easily, you can apply a very small amount of grease or Vaseline, but only if it doesn't turn, since we also don't want to dirty the flute's mechanism. Remember, very, very little. Now we're going to attach the head joint to the body of the flute, and once again, we'll rotate it, never pushing. Remember not to hold the flute body by the keys, but directly by the tube, just as you see in the video. Perfect. If you've followed these steps, your flute is now ready to play. Our first note will be C. We're going to use the index finger of the left hand and the little finger of the right hand, just as I show you in the video. It will be only these two fingers. Look carefully at your hands and at the keys where you place your fingers. I will place my fingers underneath the flute so you can see exactly which keys they are. Keep in mind that normally the fingers never go under the flute. This is only so you can clearly see where I place the two fingers we're going to use. Look at the position of my hands. Even though I'm only pressing two keys, the other fingers stay close to the keys. Blow in the same way you did with the mouthpiece. If you've practiced the mouthpiece for a week, you won't have any problem playing this first note. Now I will show you the mistakes that beginners usually make. When they play this note, C, the fingers they're not using are lifted, as you can see in the video. Remember, even if you're only using two fingers, the rest should stay close to the keys. I'm going to show you another angle so you can see the position of my hands and my body. It's very important to keep your fingers close to the keys because this will help you develop good habits on the flute. The speed at which you'll be able to play later on depends largely on your hand position. When you need to connect notes, it will be much easier if you have control of your fingers and maintain contact with the flute. Simply lower them, just as you see in the video. Another common mistake has to do with breathing. I'll make a video about breathing later. But for now, keep in mind that when you breathe, you shouldn't raise your shoulders. This is a very common mistake among beginners. Avoid lifting your left shoulder to hold or adjust the flute, as this will create unnecessary tension. Also pay attention to the angle of the flute. Don't raise it too high, and don't lower it too much either. It doesn't need to be completely straight. You should hold it comfortably with a slight downward angle. Most importantly, the position should be comfortable for you. Now you're going to do the same movement with the full flute that you did with the mouthpiece. Place it touching your lips, then start blowing and slowly rotate the head joint outward until you find the best point where the air meets the embouchure hole. At first, you'll hear noise, just air, and then, little by little, the flute will begin to sound, starting with a lower pitch until you reach the exact point. I hope you enjoyed your first flute lesson and that you learned how to make the mouthpiece sound and play your first note. C. If you have any questions or would like private lessons, write to me or get in touch through the form in the comments. If you enjoyed the content, follow me and subscribe.